Okay. So this is going to be like pretty basic, pretty casual. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what I do for host to post. There are a ton of Zooms out there, like a ton, right? I actually found a Kelly Brown one today that I'm going to watch that I really like her wording. But then I'm going to send that to y'all after I get it watched. But I just wanted to give you walk you through it, like Crystal, because I know me and you were talking, and that was like a lot of scripts for me. I'm like, now say this, now do this, now send this. This is what I sent, and I was like, this is easier to connect and let them ask questions. So the first thing I like to do, like host to post, is basically, we call it happing. Basically, it's using somebody else's network, right? So it's like for instance, like your cousin Fallon has, let's just say she has 800 Facebook friends. Well, you might be friends with like 30 of them, but that way, if she does a post for you, it opens it up to all those people. Now, the thing about host to post that I always feel like y'all need to know is like the success of it is not based on you, because y'all know we talk about the Facebook algorithm. Well, I work we work hard. We think about our algorithm. Like we think about the times we post and the content we're putting out there. And we're, like I'm mindful to not share too many things or whatever. Other people aren't, because they don't work on social media. So they don't care. Like, they can share cat memes all day if they want, and it doesn't matter. Like, they don't care that those cat memes aren't being seen, but they don't care, right? Because they're not running a business on social media. So that's what I always tell people. Like, we can do our best to make sure it's successful, like not copy and pasting, using original content, like, making pictures, cute pictures, all that, but we can't change their algorithm, right? Like, I get people that want to host posts for me every month, and I go look at their profile, and it's like Monday. It's like 6:50 a.m., 9:02 a.m., 11:22 a.m. Like, and it's just like they've posted like more times in a day than I've posted in 6. And I work on social media. So I'm like, oh, okay, their algorithm is probably not good. But yeah, of course I'm going to let them do it. So that's the first thing I always tell people. Like, it's not based on you. It's based on their algorithm. So it's not you, it's them. Okay. So what I've been doing is, so we have those giveaways, right? Like that we've been doing. And the way we've been doing those is that you buy in with $5, right? And then, so Ashley Sinclair's huge team, like each downline pays $250. And then everybody buys in $5, the leaders buy in 10. And then we're able to say like, we're giving away $250 a week instead of a month. So it used to be like our giveaways were smaller because it was just our team. So say we came up with $300, we do one big giveaway at the end of the month. I am loving the weekly giveaways because it keeps people like excited. They don't have to post for you and then wait 22 days to see if they won. So the HAP giveaways that we do, like I always say, like it's worth the $5, right? Because I mean, every customer, I need to look, but I just signed another one, but half of the customers I have gotten this month are from HAPs. And the one yesterday was a $280 HAP. Like a $280 order. Well, that paid for my $10 right there, right? Like the commissions on that. So those are good, like a good tool to use. So what I've been doing is like, kind of like I've been making a post like I gave you this morning, Crystal, like the cereal one, or if y'all saw, if y'all saw that I did the one where it's like drop your last picture in your camera roll, and that makes you eligible. And I always say that makes you eligible because I don't want them to think that they dropped it and then boom, they're entered. And then, they text me like on Sunday and they're like, hey, did I win? And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So it can be super simple. It can be like cats or dogs, coffee or tea. Like I did one that was like, be honest, do you have your Christmas decor down? And it like went crazy. People are like, yes, no, yes, no. And then I just send them the thing. What I like about the participation thing is, Palmer, did you open that door? Okay. What I like about the participation thing is I can send that message, and the message I've been sending to people, and I sent it to you guys today, is I've been sending, basically I say like, thank you so much. Hey, I got your comment on my cereal post. Thanks for playing along. I know some people are just interacting because it's fun, but some also would like an entry into my drawing. Here are the details if you're interested. That gives them out. That gives them out. So many people are like, oh no, it's just fun for me. I'm like, oh, thanks for asking, thanks for playing. But majority of them are saying, yeah, like I want an entry. Sure. They may not even have realized they did that for an entry. Yes, Brooke.
You were getting kind of staticky. It was like cutting in and out. And then as soon as I unmuted myself, it stopped. But I just want to let you know in case it kept going.
Okay, we'll just do this. Just give me like a, stop. Is it better? Okay, so I really like that because it's giving them an out and like not awkward for you. You know, like, hey, you commented, so I'm just giving you the information. And like I said, a couple of people are like, oh, I'm just playing along. And a couple of people are like, heck yeah, I want an entry. So that's mainly how I'm getting my people and sending my messages. I still have, I don't even know how many, I still have a whole list of names that I have not gotten to from the last post I did. Like that's how behind I am because it just went crazy. Also, like I don't spend all my time on hostess today. So I still have all of these names. I haven't even messaged, right? And it's week 2, and I did that post on week 1. So 2 of these posts usually keeps me good for the whole, like keeps them busy. Sherry, I will copy and paste this and send it to you right now. I can't do it on the computer. Well, I guess I could. I can try, but it'll be easier for you if I just drop it to you. So I send that message, and then the other thing I like about this too is it's high engagement, right? So like it gets you talking about your post, and the more people are talking about your post, the more engagement you have on your post, the more it's going to bump them into people's algorithm. So it kind of kills two birds with one stone. Staticky. Is that better?
Yes.
Jen says it does it because my thing ejects, but I'm like, I'm not even like
It's real weird. Like it'll sound a little bit staticky, but it'll just be like, and you can hear real clearly, and then like real softly.
I wonder if
like,
that's our
back and
internet.
forth. It's weird.
Okay. Sorry. All right. So we're good again. So, what was I talking about? Sorry. I'm like, I can't remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? High
Your
engagement.
comments. Your comments from the post and
yeah.
high engagement.
All right. So good for your algorithm. Okay. So the other thing is if you're doing like a basic like advertisement post, obviously, because sometimes I'll say, hey, I'm giving $50. Like, who wants an entry? And when I do that, I'll use like a picture of a TJ Maxx gift card or like a Target. Like I have them saved to show you guys. Sorry. I have so many albums. I'm very organized, but there's so many of them. Also, you're probably about to hear my child throw a fit because she doesn't like bedtime. Okay, well, I'll show y'all in a second. Oh, I can't find these. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. Okay, I'll figure that out in a second. Anyway, so basically I just do like some, oh, here, I can check my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so scattered for today. Or every day, really, but today. So, oh, don't come in here whining and crying. Oh, Palmer, go brush your teeth. Can y'all see this? So it's just like a picture like that. And like, I'll use it on Target or whatever it is. And a lot of times like I just Pinterest it, but sometimes, okay, go brush your teeth, please. I need you to go brush your teeth. Goodbye. Goodbye. There's Miss Crystal. She's watching you. She's going to tell Miss Sterling if you're being bad. There go. Okay. So a lot of times that's what I'll use, you know, or just a colored background. Now, the second thing is respond to all the, she unplugged my light too. Respond to all the comments, just like I interact with them back. You know, I'll be like, oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw as a Christmas present up. Or like with the pictures, I'd be like, oh, so cute. iPhone or snow pictures, right? Somebody Texas 6 plus got snow. So I would just interact and then I would send them that message. The word board is huge. If y'all are not using word board yet, like it's only 6 free messages, but then it's $15 forever. Like it's not like a monthly or a yearly payment or whatever. It's huge. It's so helpful because like that message share, I'm going to send this to you right now. Okay. And I'm going to show them. So what it does is like I pull up my down here. You see all those buttons? Watch this. Boom. My whole message is there. Wait. Oh my gosh. It was about to send it to somebody. Okay, let's try that again. So I just click this, my whole message, and send. Boom, done. So that is like a game changer. Like I have follow-ups there. I have, so that, yeah, I was gonna say it's so good. There's different ones. You can use text replacement on your iPhone, like, and that's free. The only thing I don't like about that is that you have to remember what you called it. So I have to remember what I called that and then type that in for that message to come up. And I wish I had that much faith in my memory. I just don't. And what I do with WordBoard is I Like all host to post stuff is orange, all loyals is green, all distributor is blue. So I can just like categorize it. Super simple. So that's my other tip. Okay. So say yes. I sent one of these couple of, I rotate through these things basically. Okay. So I either send Thermified X, I send Cleanse, like a general weight loss one, Hair, Skin, and Nails, Skinny Brew, Potential Distributor. Those are the one, or I send the giveaway really early in the month, like the first week or two, I'll send the giveaway and I'll have somebody, like I showed you guys the other day. This one went completely crazy. She posted about the giveaway for me and it had a ton of comments. So she posted this and it had like, I don't know, 2 pages of comments is what I have down. So I just finished working those. So and then again, you're using their network. So then what I'm doing is working through those people and I'm sending them host to posts, right? So then I'm sending, so like she had however many comments. Now I'm working through those and I've sent them all that message like, hey, do you want an entry? Here's what you need to do. And then sending them like TFX, Cleanse. So it just keeps going, right? Like it just keeps going. And so, sometimes like if it's a real young person, I'll do like Hair, Skin, and Nails or some, like a potential distributor. Like I had a lady the other day who was like one of the neck creams. So she did a neck cream for me. I mean, she's like an older, like her kids are like my age, and that was like something that she was really interested in. So I thought her audience would probably be interested. For the most part, I try to overthink it. I just send them something, and I always change the wording up. So I don't use the same one constantly. Like I change the wording up. I have them saved in my notes and I'm gonna actually create units for these for you guys. So you'll go to the team page and you'll have them all done. Versus I'm gonna send them all to you. I'm gonna do that time. But I change up the wording, I change up the emojis, I change up the pictures. Sometimes I have them just post on white. Sometimes I'll say, hey, throw that on a colored background. I just try to keep Facebook on its toes. But like again, I'm not overthinking it. I'm not like sitting here analyzing like what do they need to send them, because again, I know ultimately it's up to their algorithm too. So the biggest thing about these is that you have to be organized and you'll be so much faster with host to post. So have them all saved in your notes. So like I have a folder that says, host to post, like HAP. And then, that's my Hair, Skin, and Nails. And then when you open it up, it's like Skinny Brew and Chai Tea. It's like business host to post. It's TFX. Like I have them all detailed out. And so then I copy and paste, put it on there, change a few things in it. The other thing I've been doing, and I'm still kind of playing with this, but is I've been adding pictures and then I just put like an overlay. So like I got on over and I took this picture I had and added like a swipe and some words. And then I just changed the color because Facebook knows every time you post a picture. Like Sherry probably heard me say this before, but it's weird. So if you took the same picture so that like it Works Global had put out and like used it over and over again, it's like every time the picture gets used, the visibility gets lower. So even if it was like your picture and you used it like 10 times, the visibility would get lower because they all have a code, like a URL code. But when you like crop it or add something or change the font color, it just a little bit. Now, I don't just use these one time. I use them multiple times. While I'm in there and editing, I just try to do that like a couple of different times. Like this one, I just got a picture of coffee and all I did was change the font barely, I mean, so, and again, I'm using like this hair one. I just changed the font color. I mean, nothing crazy, but I'm using the Over app for that. And so and what's nice is when you get into Over, you can search, like they have their own, it's called Pixby, I think. And they have their own, it's kind of like a Pinterest, so you just search coffee and you see all these coffee images. So I'm not necessarily always using our product images. But so being organized with those. So what I do is I have those in a thing, like in a HAP pictures. So right there. So anytime I want to send one, I just pull up that album and I'm like, okay, if I want to send a picture, here's coffee, here's Hair, Skin, and Nails, done. And I just make a couple each month, I don't spend a lot of time on it, to be perfectly honest, because I do feel like I could be doing other things when I'm doing, even though I know it's a good idea. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I could be doing other things. What, baby? So here's the talk. Yes.
I was just going to say something real quick. If you don't know how to use Over, because I don't yet, I have it downloaded. I think, how on your iPhone, when you edit pictures, there's all those filters.
Is there?
You could also do that. If you change the filter at the bottom There's
Yeah.
like 10 or 11 different ones. So that's a really easy way if you're like in a hurry or you don't have like an editing app to change them up, to give it like a different code if you're
Yeah.
like
Or
don't have the
crop
high
it.
tech kind of.
Yeah, crop it. And then just like I said, stick them all in an album so that because I mean, I know we're all moms. So like we have a bajillion pictures on our phone, mostly of our kids, right? And I will spend so many times scrolling through 31,000 pictures looking for the right one. So it took me a little while to organize all my pictures into like before and after stories, my, TFX, my hair. It took me some time. Like, one time I was on a plane for like 2 hours without Wi-Fi and I did it. But it has been so worth it. And then what I've done is I've gone back because I had to go back for years and years. And I go back and do like 1 month a day until I catch up, and then I just delete in that month, add them to the album, and then next month, boom. So it's been worth it. I'm still working on it, but that helped me a lot, just being organized, because I don't scroll and look. Like I just know right where to go. Okay, so this is the part that that I am like playing with and still trying to get down. So we know that Facebook has like, would you just get up in my lap if you're gonna get up in my lap? Sit up. No, you can get up here, honey. So Facebook has key times, right? Like to post. So, and it's a little different for everybody. Like your algorithm might, like I tell my college girls, I'm like, don't post anything before noon. Your friends aren't awake. Like they're not on, Facebook or Instagram before noon. So you kind of have to figure out when the peak time is, but a good general rule of thumb is like 11 to 1 or like after 8:30. Like that's a good general rule of time or rule of thumb for time. And so those are peak times. So here's the 3 options you have. The first one is what I was doing. It is not effective. I will tell you that. I was spinning my wheels, going crazy doing it. I was trying to send it like an hour before I wanted them to post, right? Well, okay, what time is 7:30 for a mom? Right? Like I'm like eating dinner, bathing, like trying to get as many people who've said yes to host a post out, and I'm trying to do, and I'm doing a bajillion things, and then I'm just praying that they read it, right, and get it posted by 8:30, and it was crazy. You can do that, like Crystal, when you get off at like 1. So it's not something that I feel like is duplicatable. That's why I don't want to teach it to you guys, but that's what I was doing. And I thought, this is crazy. I can't spend dinner every night trying to get hosts to post out to people. So also, what if you're not available, right? Like what, you don't want to stress yourself out. So what I've been doing is 1 of 2 things. I send it when I have time, and I tell them like, hey, I'm sending this right now because I have time. But if you don't mind, can you just wait till 8:30 to throw it, like after 8:30, and just like real casual? And people, I've never had anybody question me and say why, and if they do, I just explain what's peak time on Facebook and I want it to do the best for me, but I've never had anybody say why. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, is saying like, or if I send it in the morning, I'll say like, can you throw this up around lunchtime? No casual. It doesn't have to be like posted at 12:17 p.m. like. Or you can do send with instructions and set the reminder. I just started this, so I can't say that it's working really well, but what I've been doing is like sending them all at night at 10:30, and I'm saying, hey, I'm just sending this while I'm getting a minute. But Facebook has peak algorithm times, so I'm going to set an alarm here to remind you to post, so it's real like not like less stressful for you. And then I just post a reminder that goes off at like 11:45, 12:30, 9 o'clock, whatever time I want them to post. A couple people have come back and like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I missed your reminder. I was at work. And it's not a big deal. Like one guy did that, he felt really bad, and then I had $280 loyal off him. So I was like, you're good, dude. Whatever time you posted was good. But those are a couple of ways you can do that. And again, I have everything saved on WordBoard. Like I have, after they post, I tell them, this is what you'll want to also do is after they post, I say, thank you so much, let me read it to y'all. Sorry. Let me read it. I say, thank you so much. The winner will be announced weekly on Facebook, and I'll share it to my page. And Crystal, I'll share all these things with you too in that chat. I just kind of wanted to give you and Sheena an idea. Please leave the post up throughout the month of February to keep your entry, because sometimes people take them down and then you can't see it. Also, 2 things. If you want another entry, would you want to post again next week? And if you've ever thought about using our products or doing what I do, I'm looking for February spots for both. And so I throw it out there. So some people have been like, actually, that coffee I posted about, can you tell me more about it or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then we talk. One lady ordered like a sample of the coffee, the tea, and the Kindle coffee, because she was like, well, which one am I going to like? I don't know. So she ordered all of them. Like I sent her all of them. Hey, what you're doing. You need to stop. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is how I keep it organized. This is huge because, I've been doing about 5 to 10 a day, and so I have to organize, or those leads don't help me at all, right? Palmer, okay, go color in there with that. Okay, I have a little host to post notebook, and this is what I personally do. You don't have to do exactly what I do, but whatever, just as long as you have something that works for you. So here's like, drop the last picture post, right? And I just put every single person on there that commented. And so I put an M, see this is blurry.
It's blurry a little.
Yeah, no, let's say it looks blurry. I'm telling you, I think something's wrong with my camera. Okay, so I just put in, I don't want to, is that better? Palmer, go away. Okay, so I put an M next to it when I message them, a Y if they say yes, and then what I sent them. So like this girl, I sent her Skinny Brew POT, and then I put posted when they post, and then when I add them to my spreadsheet, I highlight. So it's just, I just have a process. And then anybody, yes, please just go. You're literally. Go. She's fine. She needs to go in there with you though. Good thing this is recorded. I'm like just losing it on my child. All right. So then after they post, I come over here. And so like, these are all the people who have posted for me. Sorry. And what they've posted. So like, just for instance, like, then I write their name down and I write what they posted. So this girl posted about the gift card, and then I write every single person underneath that comments. And then what I do here, typically because I'm not friends with them, so I have to friend them, is I write an F for when I've friended them, an A for when they've accepted, an M for when I've messaged, and a Y for yes. Now, if they don't accept my friend request after a couple days, I'll just send them the message anyways. It's just harder for them to see it because you have to look in a filtered folder if you're not friends. So anytime somebody that does like like Tamisha did the gift card post, I responded on every single comment. It was like, hey girl, I'm gonna friend you, or hey, I just sent you a friend request, or hey, check your friend request, I just sent you one. And that just lets them know like, okay, to accept it, like she's not a random, I mean, I am a random girl, but like there's a reason I'm accepting her friend request. And it's just like, I cycle, like that's just what I do. And then like this person said yes. So, later in my notebook, you'll find her name, what I sent her, the DFX or whatever. And like, that's all I do. I mean, that as far as writing down. The second thing, the way and this is, I feel like big too. And again, I can answer any of these questions. Don't feel like you'll have to memorize this, so that way you have a general idea, like what you to ask. Cause I feel like you probably didn't know a whole lot about it all, Crystal. So this was just kind of me trying to teach you. So how I save it on Facebook is, so you can go to saved, right? And you can see that I have all these, like this one is PDT, this one's giveaway, this one's TFX. So I saved them by product. So like this is all my Skinny Brew host to post. Okay. And that way it's easy to go back to them. And like when we have a special, like say they roll out a BOGO Skinny Brew, boom, you know what to do. You go back to all those and you comment on them and bump them. Because anytime you comment on anything, it bumps it back in the Facebook world. And so that's easy to go back through those people too. And the way you save posts is I'm going to use Brooks because Brooks right here. You just click these three little dots. And then it comes up and and I say save post, and then it asks me what collection I want to put it in, or I can create a new collection if it's like a new product. So it's super simple. And so about once a week-ish, I'll go through and I'll go look at all my hosts to post. Not all of them. I usually pick a product. Like this week, I've been working on Skinny Brew, not Skinny Brew, Keto Coffee, because I'm going back to those people and telling them about Skinny Brew. And what I'll do is like, I bumped all of them. So I wrote on them, all of them. It's like, hey, you guys, we have a brand new coffee out. I really think you guys would love it, and it bumps that back up. And so also, I don't have them tag me in the posts anymore. I have them tag me in the comments. And I always tell them that. And I have a message on Wordboard for that. I'll say, okay, just post this, copy and paste this onto your timeline, throw a colored background on it, tag me in the comments, and then let me know, message me when it's up so I don't miss it. So they'll come back and say, done. And that's when I'll send them the thank you so much. Do you want another entry or be a product tester? And where was I going with that? Sorry. Because if they don't tag me in the post, anytime somebody comments, I don't get the notification. So I have to keep going back and checking and saying like, oh, okay, yeah, there I am. Now, if I've commented on it, like with a before and after, sometimes I'll get it, but Facebook is weird. Now, if they tag you in it, you're always going to get it. But I try not to have people tag me too much just because that is supposedly Facebook doesn't like that. I don't know. I have ones that go off when people tag me and I have ones that do nothing. So I haven't really been able to tell. The only other thing about when you get tagged is if you, sorry, this is the last thing I have, is if you go to like, so if you go to my profile and I go to the 3 little dots and I go to, let's see, you see that review timeline. When I click that and I open it up, it's all these host to posts, because when they do tag me, I don't let it go to my feed, because all my feed would be like post to post, right? And I don't want my feed to, like, I don't want somebody to open it for the first time and be like, oh, so many, you know, like all these things, so many. So I have a setting on Facebook to where I have to approve anybody that tags me in anything before it goes, and then I can add it to my timeline. So do you guys know how to do that?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I was gonna say, so that's why I have it. So like, even if somebody tags me in a video, I can add it to my timeline, or I cannot and just leave it there. So that would be my other thing. That would be the last tip I have, just so that your whole Facebook's not post to post, or even, I mean, even think about one a day, you know, like that's still a significant amount if somebody goes to your profile to look at it. So, do y'all have any questions? I know I kind of went through that. Sorry, I was trying to go super quick so that it wasn't like an all night thing. But now if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask.
I don't. You did really good.
Did I? I'm like, I feel like when I do stuff like this, I'm like just making y'all drink out of a fire hose, you know, like I talk fast already. And then I'm like, just let me throw all this info at you. But like I said, I started thinking about when I was doing the Zoom, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to put units, for example. So what I'll do is there will be a unit on our team page that will have like host to post. I'm trying to figure out where this hair is coming from. And like, I can see it sticking out. It's like, there it is. It's like, where? Like I have a horn. And so that way you guys have those. And then, like I said, just go through and add them to your messages, or I'm sorry, to your notes, and you can change them up as you use them. But yeah, so that I thought, oh, that's way better than just like flooding their inbox with all the host to post options. And then
I feel like it sounds so much harder than it really is.
It does.
Like when you talk about it, it's like, I think half of it is just figuring out the algorithm.
It's figuring that system too that works for you. Like Alyssa Bowman was like looking at my little notebook the other day, and she was like, what is that? And she's like an ambassador. And I was like, oh, it's my host to post notebook, you know? And she was like, what does it all mean? You know? And she was like, tell me what like all this stuff means. And she was like, that's so simple. It looks complicated. She was like, why do I not do a notebook? And I was like, well, how do you keep up with them? She was like, I just save them on Facebook. And I was like, yeah, I was doing that too. Except then I figured out that people were deleting it. And then I lost all my contacts. Or, you know, like even I swear like 2018 is not like showing anymore. So I was like, that way I still have all these leads, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, I was like, yeah.
Well, I was watching you and I was like, how does she keep up? Because I have been doing a lot of work like while I'm at work, because I keep up with my stuff so I have time. I'm like, I would forget my notebook, or I would forget to write one down because I get so like, oh, you said yes, let me get you a post. I would forget to write it down, or I forgot to make a letter, or like.
Well, and I mean, yeah, and I'm going to do that. It's just, this is what works best for me. And the nice thing about this one is small. And so I put it in my purse. And like, so today Jared's granny needed me to take her to the doctor. So I had this in my purse. So while we were waiting, I just like would whip it out. Or like tonight at gymnastics, I had left it in the car because I brought the diaper bag in. So what I did was everybody that said yes that I sent a post to during gymnastics, I screenshot it. And then I went back and added it real quick and then deleted the screenshots, you know. And that was just me. Okay, I sent Bailey a hair, skin, and nails. I sent this girl cleanse. I sent this girl TFX. Like I just screenshot them real quick to remind me that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put sent. And then also what it does is when I put sent on it, like a couple of people, I can go back and see like, all right, I sent them this post, but they never put it up. So then I can follow up with them and say, hey, do you still want to get that entry? You know, I noticed that you didn't post. Or I can say, hey, I know you wanted an entry and I never saw that post. Did I miss it? You know, like something like that. And they'll be like, oh my God, no, I totally forgot. And they'll post it. Or they won't say anything or whatever, you know, but that way, like this girl, right here, I said, sent Skinny Brew and like she hasn't posted. So like I'll follow up with her, you know, at some point. When I catch up, I'll follow up with her. I'm still going through all these like new people right now. But
have you ever had somebody say no for like a weird reason? I had a girl tell me she couldn't make a TFX post today because it could jeopardize her husband's job. He's like a cop or something. I was like,
no.
okay, well, would you rather post this? Because that coffee or tea, what would it be? Like that's, for the drawing, that's been getting a lot of comments. And I was like, how about this one? I was like, how weird. Like, what does that have to do with his job? Like, it was the most random thing. I was like, you win for weirdest reasons, for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll have people say like, no, I'm going to pass. And I'm like, okay, cool. Or I have a lot of people that when I go to their profile, like if I wasn't friends with them or, maybe I just hadn't looked, because we have a ton of Facebook friends, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'll realize they do like unique or it'll say like unique in their thing. So then I still send them the message and I say, but hey, like I see you're with another company and I don't want to post anything that's a conflict of interest for me. So, don't even worry about that. And they'll be like, oh, thank you so much for thinking of that, Mm-hmm. And if it's something like unique, I'll like either send weight loss or just the gift card giveaway.
That's what I usually do is like a giveaway post.
Yeah.
So they can't say anything.
I always make sure that they know that it won't be anything like I'm not going to send them like our skincare line when they have a skincare line or whatever. So, and people appreciate that, but okay. Well, do you guys have any other, I've also been doing them on Instagram here and there. So what I've been doing is like adding to my story, like polls. And if they say, yes, I want an entry on Instagram, then I send them a post in like this. And it's like that. And they just add it to their story, or I have it where they can tag me at the bottom. It just kind of depends, whatever I feel like, but I've made a couple of these. And again, they're just like in my thing saved. And I just made a couple. And like Crystal, like especially for you, since this over is new, like if you sent me a couple of pictures, I could pop yours in the things I've already made for you and then send them to you and you'd have them. The other thing that I've been doing too is like just making something like this where, and this one's not mine, this is Tiff Pfeiffer's, but where it says, do you want to give all they do is hold down the next slide, screenshot it and put it on. And then it's no interaction for you, but you see your tag and okay, cool. Got it down. So you can do that on Instagram too. I don't want to say I haven't had any luck because I have definitely gotten some texts and some messages. I just tend to work more on Facebook. So I feel like I get way more host posts up on Facebook. So.
Okay.
But I mean, that's
I have a question.
Okay.
Like when I had someone host a post, and so I did the weight loss thing. So they did all the colored hearts. And
yes.
So I messaged them through Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them obviously have not responded to that. Is there a certain message that you send when they haven't responded? Because like some people have Messenger, some people don't.
Yeah.
How do you do that? So
I don't really, typically, like I said, I will say, okay, like I'm going to friend you. Like, are those people accepting your friend request?
Yes.
Okay. Are they reading it?
Well, I don't know.
Well, okay. So let me show you how you can tell if they've read it or not.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
I'm technologically challenged, right?
When
you're talking about these pictures and putting this over it and that over it, I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus, I need to take a class.
So, for instance, I'm just going to use you because, hold on.
Because I'm a wackadoodle.
Hold on. So, okay. So, Sherry, I sent you this, right? So, I can see that you've read it because your little pictures popped up.
Oh.
Now, let's see. Let me find one that hasn't read it. Okay, here's a good one. So, this girl, see how it's a little blue check mark?
Yes.
Means it's been delivered, but she hasn't opened it, hasn't read it.
Okay.
And then this one, and like what's weird is, and I get a little, well, hold on. Where was that girl? Who did I just show y'all? Lindsay. Okay. And so I can tell my messenger, like if it's gray without opening it, if their face is there, then they've read it. If it's gray, then they haven't, you know?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. But if you see their picture, they've read it and they just didn't respond. But if you don't, then they haven't read it.
I gotcha.
Yep. There you go. And so at that point, you know, like I would just, if they haven't read it, I might comment again and say, hey girl, I sent you a message, check your inbox.
Okay.
And I typically don't do that more than once, you know?
Okay.
Sometimes I wave at them before I send the message if they don't accept their friend requests. And I don't know why that seems to work. I don't know if like the wave, they send it through a different message than, you know, like a message. I don't know. But I always wave at them and then I send the message if they don't accept my friend request.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is why I stayed on, because you learn something new every day. I never thought about waving. I have a
I don't know what. Sometimes my phone like sticks. One day it stuck and it was like I just kept hitting it and I had like I waved at the lady like 72 times. Like I was like, oh.
What does it mean when you send through Messenger and it's a white circle? Like the delivered sign isn't there and it's just a circle. Was it never actually delivered?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that.
Okay, so face is they've read it, a check is they have not read it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like instead of a blue, you know, like when the circle turns blue when it's delivered, like it stays white.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Okay, I've Googled that before.
I'm sorry this is loud. It'll be done in a minute.
No, you're good. I've actually Googled that before, like the messenger things, and I forgot what it said because it's been like a really long time. But I think I was wondering that too one time, or somebody else had that question. So I don't remember how I worded it to Google it, but I do know that Google gave me the answer.
Okay. So I had a ton of like a host messages of people that commented that I sent messages, and there's probably like 30 that. And I'm like, why didn't they deliver? Like, what? I don't know that I can do anything about it.
I wonder if that means it went to a filtered folder. I don't know, because it's gray like when in like my queue, but then when I open it, it's blue. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe they don't have Messenger. Some people don't have Messenger, and it doesn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you click on the message in Messenger, and like, where are you saying that you wave? How do you wave to them?
So it has to be a new message. So like.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And then that hand is right there. You just click it.
Yeah. But it only shows up one time.
Yes. Well, if you keep clicking it like I did, because it wasn't showing up, it'll show up multiple times.
No, but I'm saying once you've gone back and forth messaging wise with that person.
Yeah. It only does that when it's like a new friend or somebody you haven't.
Gotcha. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I mean, if there's a way to see it, to get you, like if there was a way for me to wave at you, I don't know how to do it, you know? So somebody I've already spoke to. Okay. Are you guys, so if y'all have any other questions, I'll answer them. If not, then I'll let you guys go. Y'all good? I'm gonna stop the recording.